Sound check. Sound check. Hey Cassandra, how are you, honey? Okay, let's start this. And see what's going on. All right. Hi everyone. This is Star Channel Tarot, and I'm gonna be looking and seeing, trying to figure out what's happening. So, for those of you seeing what's happening with your person, tarot has no gender. This is a general reading. Take what's yours, leave the rest. I don't pull on toxic exes. Readings are timeless. The energy can be flipped. If you want to book something, shoot me an email at starchanneltarot, one word, @gmail.com. Remember to subscribe to the channel so you know when the next reading will be. And last but not least, thank you for your tips and donations. I know you guys work really hard for your money, and I'm very appreciative of the love. Let's see. Hanging in here, keeping strong. Oh man. You know what I just realized? My friend sent me this thing. We're in 5 retrogrades right now. We're in like Mercury retrograde. I'm trying to remember this. Pluto's in retrograde. I think Neptune's in retrograde. There's 5 planets right now in retrograde this whole month. So it's like, along with the, damn you guys, along with the Lionsgate that's coming up, this is like super powerful, because I was like, this Mercury in retrograde is communication, right? Jupiter in retrograde is the expansion. So you got communication and expansion being questioned. Saturn is discipline and responsibility. Neptune is thoughts, feelings, intuition, which would be like the awakening, right? And then Pluto is transformation or regeneration. So there's like massive movements that are happening right now. I didn't even realize, because I don't really keep up with that stuff, but I have a girlfriend who keeps up with it more than I do. She knows more than I do. And she sent me that stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, no wonder. No wonder it feels so freaking crazy heavy. Hey Natalia, how are you? What's your news? What's going on? Oh, let me do my prayer. What's going on? What's happening with your situation? He yelled, I love you across the street. Oh my gosh. And how are you feeling? that he also, that's after he sued me for harassment and restraining order. He was laughed out of court. Oh man. All right. So first off, let me tell you guys, it's looking like whatever you're seeing isn't, whatever's happening in your person's life isn't real. There's something that's changing, something that's pretending. So something that's not real, okay? So if you're in separation, we don't have signs of separation yet, but there's, you're supposed to run into this person. There's something fated. You're gonna run into this person, just like Natalia did. Hey, Eli, this person wants to take a chance. They're gonna surrender. So, I think they're going to let you know they're gonna surrender the lies. So they're gonna because they want to have truth. They want to have a new chance. This person's trying to be brave, so they're really scared. They've been doing a lot of healing work. So they know that, okay. So the ending that happened was very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. There could have been interference from somebody else. Something's going to change, though. Look, change, and justice. So karma, okay? So I read this as justice, karma, but karma is change, right? It's divine change. So here we have change, transition, compromise, making changes, and then karma, justice is coming towards you. And that's all when the third party shows up. Okay? So whatever has been an interference, it's going to change. It's going to change. It's going to change. Why is it going to change? 3 cards in a row that say the same thing. 3 cards in a row that's saying the same thing. And this is a fat deck. Look at how many cards I still have. Because you have unfinished business. Why? Because you have unfinished business with this person. And right after, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's why they're coming with the truth, because they need to apologize. Remember up here, freedom from the lies so that they have a new beginning. Freedom from the lies means speaking. Speaking what? The truth. Freedom from the lies. The lies is apologizing. Saying, I'm sorry for whatever happened. Music. This person listens to music and is inspired by it. When they're watching you in silence, when they're hiding, because they're, look, this is talking about something that's hidden, and here it says secret. Something that's hidden, and then secret. This person is watching you, and you don't know. This person is really unhappy. Change. Yo, if I didn't say it before, something's about to change. Change. Massive change, you guys. We are in the energy of change. Like I just said, if you guys are just tuning in, We're like in 5 retrogrades right now. It's where the freaking all this stuff is happening. There's massive change right now. The collective's going through massive change. This person is hiding. You're not seeing what's happening. You're not seeing what's happening. Possibilities are coming, damn, for a twin flame union. Okay, let's read this. And the Lionsgate portal too. The Lionsgate, thank you, Natalia. The Lionsgate portal too, you guys. This is some heavy energy. So when you guys are like manifesting, don't just manifest for this person. Manifest something for yourself, your career, movement, house, new, great health. Don't limit yourself. This is like a lot of energy. A lot of energy. You can create a whole life. All right. So somebody is probably pretending not to care for you. But you're going to have a fated meeting. This person wants to take a chance. This person is going to surrender to the lies that they were they're going to tell you. They want freedom from the lies that they told you. So because they want to have a new chance. They want to have new love with you. So they're trying to be brave, and they've been doing healing work because they know this ending was really, really harsh. And there has been because there could have been a third party that interfered that was part of the reason that you didn't know about the ending, or after they could have replaced you with a third party, because a lot of people don't take the time to heal. So they just need, it becomes an emotional vacuum. So they just fill it with somebody just to like stop the leakage, right? For which they will be apologizing, because they're listening to you. They hear you all over. You're in their environment. They could listen to music and think about you, because you guys are in separation. So this is all in secret, but they're telling you, look for what's in between the lines, because this person is very unhappy. The only card that came out that flipped was how unhappy they are, and it's right next to the third party. Okay? And things are about to change. Things are really about to change. Now let me I haven't done one of these readings in a long time, but here we go. And this person, so I do both, I read the whole thing as a story and as a 5 card. All right, so in this person's environment, we have that things are not what they seem. So in source and spirit, things are not what they seem. And this person is finding inspiration in music, and they're trying to be brave. So their environment, the signs are guiding them. Signs, music is guiding them to you. They're trying to find strength in their environment because they're trying to change. Things are not going to be what you think. We're also starting with a snake, and we're ending with change. And snakes are signs, are symbols of change, okay? Beginning with change, ending with change. Next, in what is 3D, in what is going to happen that you don't see or you don't know, is there some kind of action? This is a spiritual, this is our 3D, this is physical. What is happening? There's going to be a fated meeting, some encounter that's meant to happen. There's going to be a lot of healing that comes from this, and this is from somebody that you don't expect. Probably no communication or very little communication. Someone that is loving you from afar. What is in their heart? This person is wanting to take a risk. They're going to gamble. They're going to gamble, even though you don't see it, because it was such a horrible ending. It was like, I don't even know if this person thought that they would change their mind, because they could have been really stubborn and like, no, I'm done. I'm not going back. But like, they're like a zombie back from the dead. Between the lines, look for what's hidden. This is hidden. You don't see it. Then over here in our hidden area, so we're going from what's hidden is that this person, this ending that you think that happened is not an ending. They're coming back. They're going to take a chance. But it's hidden. You don't know this. Okay? They're going to take a chance. And then in our hidden aspect, this person is getting freedom from a third party because they're extremely unhappy. Freedom from a third party because they're extremely unhappy. And what is this person going to do? They're going to be exposing their lies because they're hoping that this will give them renewed hope that there will be another chance. They're going to apologize and there's going to be some kind of change. Isn't that amazing? It's the same story, whether I read it in storyline or I read it by energies. That's to me, that's amazing. That's freaking amazing. All right, let's pull the next deck. Let's see what the next deck says. Let's see what the next deck says. Let us see. I've been watching Outlander again. Oh my God, it's so good. I'm so excited for the new season. I'm so excited. I was watching it the other day and I was like, man, like I have Netflix, but I'm like fighting myself about buying Stars because I really want to watch it. And I don't want to add another like streaming service, you know? I feel like enough is enough. Like, I don't want to get addicted to all this like TV stuff. There's other stuff I need to be doing with my life. Other than watching Outlander. But I'm telling you, I really wish you guys would see it because it's the twin flame journey. If you're in a twin flame union, it's gonna totally resonate for you because it's twin flame. Rita Las Vegas. I don't know why I said that, but Viva Las Vegas. Hi honey, how are you? Oh my gosh. All right, these are big, so bear with me. Someone is going through a dark night of the soul. I'm fighting my demons and re-examining my actions. It is life-altering and also extremely painful at times. I fight against the changes, but I know it must happen for me to evolve. Mercury retrograde, anyone? This person could have had a fear of commitment, of being hurt, emotional, avoidant, detachment style, fond of many lovers and has many affairs, charismatic Casanova, somebody who was afraid to connect, someone who was afraid to be vulnerable, going through a dark night of the soul. Forgiveness, letting go of emotional burden. Someone wants forgiveness. I wasn't always there when you needed me the most. Instead of trying to comfort you, I would jump ship because I couldn't deal with my own emotions, let alone yours. Dark night of the soul. My obsessive thinking got the best of me. I allowed my emotions and others to control and dictate my actions toward our connection. I finally understand I need to trust my intuition. We need to let go of our issues and work through our struggles by recognizing what went wrong and how we played a part in it. I love you too much to let you go. Let's start anew. Somebody wants a new beginning. A dark night of the soul, my friends. Dark night of the soul. There's an age difference. We got ourselves an age difference. But also, I mean, it's being specific. So I think for a lot of you, you will have an age difference. But also, this is just an indicator that you guys have something that's a big difference. So whether it's race, different religion, the whole race, religion, same sex, age, caste, what else is there? Education, nationality, status, money, I guess. I know there's a huge age gap between us, and some may even object because of that. However, we are so similar in many ways, regardless of our differences. This is a cosmic connection, you guys. It's just stuff like that doesn't matter. You know, you shouldn't get hung up on stuff like that, because you know the soul is always the same. It's the meat bag that changes. This is just so dumb. Like, if you meet your person, who cares if you're so lucky to meet your person. Why would you? It's just dumb. But this is the kind of stuff that they probably had to get over. So maybe their family or their friends were judgmental about it because there's a difference, or because there's a race difference, or, you know, pick your poison. Okay. I was impulsive, irrational, and selfish. I pushed this connection to its breaking point. I'm sorry for causing so much conflict in our lives. This person knows what they did. The sad thing is, it's like these people push their emotions and they think that they can have a substitute, right? They can't have a substitute. It always ends up being like some kind of cheap imitation. Watching you. This person is patiently watching you. Patience. I just want you to know how much I miss you and how much you mean to me. It's been difficult moving on without you, but I'm waiting on the perfect time to return, and I'm trusting in the process. And they're watching you. Cosmic love, I'm telling you. Even though we are not together, we are connected through and through. When I sleep, I dream of you. When I'm awake, I think of you. I'm able to feel you as if you're physically there. Connected in the 5D, if disconnected in the 3D. This is a twin. Intense or strong feelings that they feel are everlasting, powerful, or otherwise indescribable. And with that, you got magical muse. I became inspired by your presence, because remember the divine feminine, regardless of gender, doesn't matter, leads, right? So the divine feminine will have gone through the dark night of the soul first. The divine feminine is going to be in pain first. The divine feminine is going to connect to source first. The divine feminine is going to expand first. So the divine feminine is going to see what's happening and recognize the twin before the twin recognizes. So it's going to be really hard for the divine feminine, because it's like seeing people make mistakes and having your hands tied, because how can, you can't go tell somebody, hey, love me because we're twin flames. You can't tell them that. They're going to think you're crazy. They have to figure it out on their own. You can't tell somebody, I'm your twin flame. Get out of here with that. They have to go through a dark night of the soul. I mean, think about it. If someone came up to you and was like, hey, you're my twin flame, you'd be like, whatever, yo, get out of here. Let me call 911. Stalker alert. You gotta let them do. You gotta let them go through their journey, which sucks because you're sitting here like, yep, yep, yep. This is my person. Yep, this is my person. Yep, yep. Yep. Now I gotta wait. Year 1, I gotta wait. Year 2, I gotta wait. Year 3, I gotta wait. Year 4. I don't know, I don't think, I've never heard of a twin that comes, I mean, I guess it could happen. I don't want to say never, never, right? Because we're also in, God, Pluto in Aquarius, right? I think that's it. That's the war. Is it Pluto in Aquarius? I don't remember. I don't know somebody correct me. I forgot it was the one that I was like, oh my God, that's the same time of the American Revolution, and we're in Pluto. It's the same season. Anyway, which is, I've been studying these. Pluto is transformation, revolution. So I think it's Pluto. We're in Pluto in Aquarius now. So it's like massive, massive, massive change. So we have 3 indicators of, you know what's so funny? We have 3 indicators of a divine union, and we have 2 indicators of immaturity. I was impulsive, irrational, and selfish. Impulsive, irrational, and selfish is a sign of immaturity. I push this connection to our breaking point. So this person knows. And here we're talking about age differences. So I think there was a major immaturity issue between the two of you. Here's that charismatic Casanova, fear of commitment, of being hurt, emotionally avoidant, detachment style, fond of many lovers, has many love affairs. So this is a person that's afraid, emotional avoidant. So this is a person who doesn't want to go deep. So they'll replace with a shallow connection. And remember, we had the third party? Remember, we had the third party? And we had the third party in this position. We had it in the hidden. And look at where this is falling. It's falling in the hidden. It's the same position as in the... So for those of you that are rewatching it, you can rewind a couple of minutes and you'll see what I'm saying. So in the same position of what's hidden, it's the fact that they know that it was their fear of commitment, the fact they self-sabotage through their avoidance tendencies. And look, regret. With that, we have regret. I think I made a mistake. I should have never let you go. I should have stayed and fought for our connection. Isn't this crazy how the cards fall? I should have stayed and fought for our connection, but I was weak and fearful. Now I'm here mourning over the loss of you. That's bonkers, you guys. And I'm telling you, especially when you guys have bonkers readings, when stuff like it feels like it's fitting like a puzzle piece, it blows my mind. Breaking barriers. There's so many barriers stopping us from being together. I'm trying my best to become a better person so I can knock down the walls for you and eventually be with you. And that's hidden. They regret their immaturity, right? Their fear avoidant tendencies. They regret all of that and they're trying to bust through. And in the previous reading, we had in the same area, we had the third party and how they were very unhappy. Remember, bliss upside down. It didn't even just say sad or bored. It took happiness and put it on its head. Because every card, there's so many cards that can, when you're doing the deck, there's so many cards that can mean love, right? You can have the Two of Cups, you can have the Lovers, you can have the Queen of Cups. You can have the Empress. You can have the Four of Wands. You can have the Six of Cups. There's a lot of ways to identify love. A lot of ways. But each one has a secondary meaning, subtext to it, that is really pertinent to the story. So, what I mean by that is think about how everything is lining up. We're talking about what this person regrets, and in the same area is where the third party fell. This person is in deep regret for either choosing somebody else, self sabotaging, whatever they did that they know was their fault. And they know it's because they've been immature. Their immaturity has now shown up 3 times: immature, immature, immature. Avoidance. But remember, this person is going through a dark night of the soul. So they're probably super depressed. I bet you if I pulled the Kipper right now, is it the, yeah, I think the Kipper wants to talk. I'm seeing those cards in my head right now. The depression. A lot of our readings have been crazy the last couple of months. Yeah, that's right. You're right. Ever since all the movements, there was that 1 month, was it March? Where there were like 2 eclipses. Remember that month? I think this whole, because the portal's open already. So that reminds me too, because, so you guys, the portal's open. So remember to cleanse, remember to meditate, remember to manifest, because this is strong energy. I'm like, part of me is like, I wish I had big hands, and then, do I really wish I had big hands? Do I really? I don't know. I don't think so. I feel like someone's gonna start chasing you. Okay, let's see what the cards have to tell us about these situations. Situation. Feels unwanted and self-blames, feeling pain and hopeless in the confusing situation, feeling empty, lost without the twin experience, dark night of the soul. So now we have like a twin, we have two that are telling us that, no, these are both cosmic. So we have a 5D, a spiritual, we have 3 cards for spiritual union. We have 3 cards for immaturity. We have 3 cards for spiritual union. This is that not 3 cards that talk about how this is a spiritual union. All right, can you please tell me about this age difference? I have made and used excuses in order to control or sabotage our connection. I just talked about how they were self-sabotaging. But now I realize the only way to heal is to mend, acknowledge, and forgive my past. Okay? Just use this one, I think. Attached, afraid of the unknown, karmic ties and responsibilities in a committed relationship with somebody else. I acted like I didn't care, but I did. I just needed my time and space to think on my own. I didn't want to be tied down by a relationship because I wasn't ready to put in the work. Okay, so this person could have used this. Okay, so this person could have used the age as an excuse to, because, okay, so they dated you and they didn't care in the beginning, but afterwards it's like some big issue. that was a lie, because it was, you were making them grow, right? I have made and used excuses in order to control or sabotage our connection. But now I realize the only way to heal is to mend, acknowledge, and forgive my past. So this person used the age difference as the excuse for them not to do the work. And they didn't do the work with you, right? And then they picked a relationship where it was easy. Because here they're saying they didn't want to do the work. They have all this healing that they have to do, and they use the age difference as the excuse. And then they're saying, I didn't want to be tied down by a relationship because I wasn't ready to do the work. So then it says that they're in a relationship. So it's somebody that they didn't have to do any work with. This was somebody that isn't going to make them work. It's not somebody who's going to challenge them, as I'm trying to tell you. And look at what we have underneath. Twin flame. You know, because it's hard for them to be with somebody that actually makes them grow. Maybe you were pushing them to start their own business. Maybe, you know, like if somebody's always talking about how they want to make more money, maybe you had ideas for them. Like, hey, well, maybe you could make more money if you start a business in this. You like to do this, or you like to do that. Or maybe you can go back to school, or, you know, having somebody that's supportive and is telling you or trying to guide you. If you're actually not ready to genuinely be expansive, if you're not in that mindset of growth, then somebody who's pushing you to grow is going to be a nuisance, because they're gnawing at your core, because they know that you can be more, but this person doesn't believe they can be more. It's insecurities. Look at what fell on top of the attached, on top of the third party, settling. I know I'm not happy, but I feel I have no way out. I just can't walk away from my duties and the one I'm with, even if I'm not entirely happy. Oh, this person's going to walk away. Remember they were in the unhappiness thing over here? Do you remember they were unhappy? How unhappy they were? Isn't that funny? That's the same thing that showed up over there on the previous read. Past life. This person is understanding that you have a soul connection. When I'm with you, I feel as if time just stops and it's just me and you against the world. You feel like home to me, and you understand me and I understand you. I don't know why people are stupid. I really don't know, you guys. I wonder. I frequently wonder why people do things. Why people like to live in misery, man. When there's to me, I'm a no drama llama. I don't cause no drama. Won't be no drama. I am the biggest, you know, like speak clear, face things, you know. So I don't want no drama. Speak clearly. Show up, you know, just no drama. I just don't understand, because this is just causing drama instead of like facing their feelings, because the feelings are never going to die. The feelings are never going to disappear. This person was avoiding their feelings. They're emotional avoidant. Where is it? One of these. Where was it? Oh yeah, right here. Emotional avoidant. This person's an emotional avoidant. So you were getting too close to you were in their heart probably already because you're a twin, right? So you're like in their heart. This person has always had walls. So they freaked out. Oh no! What is this feeling? What is this feeling that I'm feeling? What is this? What is this warmth in my chest? What is this feeling? I gotta run. I gotta run. Oh no, now there's a hole in my chest because I ran. What? There's a hole now? Let me fill it with, with this. Because anything will fill my hole. Anything. You put a sock in there, it'll fill the hole. You can't. You cannot fill your hole with just anything. It's the twin flame. It's only the twin flame. Nothing else. Everything else is going to be a cheap substitute. Ersatz, my friends, a cheap substitute. It's like buying that crappy cereal when you're too broke to afford the real cereal, and then you're sitting at home thinking you're going to have Honey Bunches of Oats and it's going to be delicious, and it's this crappy cereal that doesn't taste the same, doesn't feel the same, but now you're stuck with it and you have to eat it. I learned my lesson. All right. Past life. This person's intuition is telling them that there is a soul contract. It finally dawned on me why I feel so drawn to you and why our connection is so intense and scary. I'm starting to understand my fears and my overwhelming emotions toward you because you're a past life. Something's they're probably becoming awakened, you guys. Because we have a lot of spiritual cards in this one. So this person may be awakening. They're going through the dark night of the soul. So what I mean by awakening is like if you're in divine union, and you're all in divine union if you're a twin flame, right? You just have physical separation. You have the 3D, but you're always in union in the 5D. But like I said, you can't go to your person and tell them, hey, you're my twin, let's be together forever. You can't say that. They have to go through life's lessons, learn who they are, who you are, and then wake up. These are very difficult things. That's why it's like the more you work on yourself, you pull them up with you. So the more divine feminine heals their, so this person has an issue with commitment, right? So if I were you, I would, if you say you're going to do something, do it. If you need to be somewhere at 7:00, that's a form of commitment. Be there on time. If you have an issue with being tardy, start being on time. Like, do the little things in your life that reflect commitment, okay? So this person was, non-committal. You can do that. What else did they have? I wouldn't settle for just anything right now. I would do inner child healing. Because this person has inner child healing. So whatever has been an issue for you from your childhood, I would really focus on that and really work on it. And as you do that, you're healing your divine feminine and you're moving forward and you're pushing them into healing as well. You're pulling them into healing as well. Because they're following you, not pushing. Yeah, because there's too much like spiritual. They're getting a lot of spiritual things, which makes me feel like they may become awakened. They may be becoming awakened. They may be waking up. Deceit. I don't know why I'm lying to myself about the way I feel about you. I may act as if I don't even care, but deep down I know it's because I care too much, and that makes me very afraid. So this person has been wearing a mask. They've been hiding their feelings. They're going through a fragmentation of the soul. Significant drama from the past. Remember I just talked about childhood trauma? Irrational, unexplained fears. So they're self-sabotaging. They probably didn't realize they did it. Checking out in certain situations. Yeah, because when things started getting too close, they'll build a wall. Overreactions to seemingly small problems. Yeah, because they're an overthinker. I'm working on my self-worth. For a long time, I deemed myself as someone who didn't deserve love and happiness. I was always angry with my life and pushed love away because I thought I don't deserve it. And look, they're trying to be brave, courage, which is what they got in the other deck too. Denial of connection. And this guy's wearing a mask too. I realize there is something between us, but I do not have the time or the capacity to understand it. Everything is too much, too soon, and I have other things I need to deal with. And it's underneath the spiritual, the cosmic. They're freaking out. Because this fell on the cosmic stuff. So it's freaking them out. I think they may be waking up and they're freaking out about it. Dude, dark night of the soul. Yo, seriously. Dark night of the soul. I just was talking about that, and look at what shows up. I'm fighting my demons and re-examining my actions. It is life-altering and also extremely painful at times. I fight against the changes, but I know it must happen for me to evolve. Dude, I called it. I called it. I told you there were too many like spiritual cards. This person's going through a dark night of the soul. Time is ticking. It's freaking them out. I am trying to be patient. I want you to return, and I want to return to you. Being apart from you feels like an eternity. So this person knows they've wasted a lot of time. And that's freaking them out too. They're recognizing that they denied a spiritual connection, a past life connection. They may have gone to see a psychic or something. Let me ask. Has this person gone to see a psychic? Has there been any magic? Divine faith. I think yes. I think yes, because this is a spiritual card. This is a major arcana in the deck. And It says divine faith. So consulting source is what I mean, divinity. So yeah, I think they did. This person is thinking about you and wants to communicate. They're trying to find strength. Every single deck is talking about how this person is scared. The 10 of Swords, dude. This is very painful. This person's in major pain right now. I'm telling you, they want a new beginning with you. Yo, this person, did you see? This person, the divine male, the divine masculine, don't put a gender on it. The runner, I think they are thinking of union with you. Like serious union. And they're very worried. They need to communicate. Marriage and adjudication. So this is justice, and this is coming back together. But also, because this is justice and it's a court, and you have marriage, it could really be that this person could be thinking of like what it would be like to marry you. And they're concerned. Time is ticking. They're worried. They want to communicate. They want to communicate. They could want a new beginning, child. Concern again. House. Official person. This is like the judge, or that could be the judge, or it could be like a hierophant, which would be like a priest. And it also fell over here. So it could be like marriage also. Like somebody to marry you. Concern and concern. Damn, despair. Despair over this courtship. They're feeling imprisoned. Look at this. Despair. They don't know what to do. They're in despair. That's why they need to find strength. And what about the courtship right in the middle? And that means they don't know how to come toward you. Because they mess things up so badly. I don't know, man. They're going through a dark period, yo. They are going through a dark period. They're going through a dark period, yo. It's not fun. But everybody has to do it. Thank you, cards. They don't know what to say. They don't know what to say. They're wordless. Hold on. This person could have juggled you with work. Juggling is also a way to be emotionally avoidant, by the way, because then they don't have enough time to like spend with you because they have to work or they have to work out or they have to, like all that stuff. Whatever you do to prevent your emotional attachment. Look, wordless, this person doesn't know what to say, inner turmoil. This same thing, the dark night of the soul, they're going through, they don't know what the heck to do. They don't know what to think. Doubting and questioning the fight between the mind and the heart, feeling worried, conflicted, agitated, unhappy with life's choices because they settled with somebody else. Words are jumbled or words were left unsaid. They're unable to speak, unwilling to say the truth, too much in their head, and unable to express their emotions rationally. Even with this distance, because there's obviously emotional distance between you guys. Maybe obviously time distance. You haven't spoken in a couple of years. Even with the distance, I know we are never truly apart. We had an instant connection that can never be matched. I'll travel the world to get to you. Telepathic. Yo. Twin flames are telepathic. I feel you through everything, the things I touch, the images I see, and the voices I hear. We are connected through this universe even if we're miles apart, right on top of the earth. We're connected even though we're miles apart. I just don't even know I don't even know what to say, you guys. I really don't know what to say. Your outcome is destiny. You were destined to meet strong, unbreakable bond, passionate love, strong desire, deep inner knowing of a divine connection. This person's going to chase you. This person is literally chasing their destiny as the outcome. Faithful encounter, which is what you had in the previous reading, remember? Impossible to avoid, big impact on your future, questions your belief system, important life-altering events. The moment I laid eyes on you, I knew. I can't explain how I felt, but I knew I was meant to find you. That with destiny. With twin flame, with past life, telepathic, magical muse, cosmic 3D love. This person is acquiring knowledge about your 5D union. This person is waking up. Open-minded to the connection, researching and understanding this deep and cosmic connection. Willingness to be open and understanding the connection. Our connection was very intense and confusing, but I'm trying to understand our undeniable bond. You were brought to me to teach me things and to bring awareness of my own existence. Hold on a sec. So your person is figuring things out. They could have gone to see a psychic or something. Oh, we have a card here. Okay, we have a timing card. Woohoo! All right. September 22nd through November 6th. So that's really good, you guys. We rarely get timing cards. So fall. We're in August. So you're getting close. It's saying sometime between September and November. September, the end of September and November, all the way to the beginning of November. So right around Halloween season. Chaser. Fate and destiny, dude. There's no getting around it. It's just like each deck says the same thing. So, yeah, and we have Sagittarius here. So it could also happen like in December, I guess, right? Sagittarius is in December. All right, so we have in their 5D energy, they know there's like, I feel like they understand that this age difference, it's haunting them. It was an excuse. They haven't done the healing. And they're just filling themselves up they're settling with energies that don't make them grow. So they're becoming stagnant in their energetic field. So they're becoming stagnant in their energetic because they're settling for stuff, okay? I hope you guys, yeah. So in their 3D, they know that they're being immature. They're very immature in their 5D as well. But that's leading to the deceit they understand, and it's leading to a fragmentation of their soul in their 3D. That in turn is leading they understand that there's a spiritual connection. They understand that this is a past life connection. They understand that this is spiritual. So they're going berserk. Spiritual, magical muse, cosmic love, like how many fateful encounter, destiny, like telepathic. This is making this person knows that they've been denying a blessed spiritual union. Look at all the cards. They're freaking out because time has passed. They know that it was their fault. They're regretting their actions. They're trying to heal, break down barriers. They're trying to figure out what to say, going through inner turmoil. This distance, they understand that this inner turmoil because they created distance. And even though there's this distance, they feel telepathically connected to you. This is all stuff you don't know. You don't know that they're in regret for their actions. You don't know that they're trying to heal. You don't know that they're trying to figure out what to say. They're cracking their head trying to figure out what to say. So this is telling me that at night, all they're doing, their head is cracked. All they're doing is thinking. What am I going to say? How am I going to say? What am I going to say? How am I going to say? How am I going to fix this? How am I going to fix this? This is my freaking twin flame. time is ticking. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is my past life. This is my twin. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Oh my God. Oh my God. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Well, what are they going to do? They're going to chase, because this is unavoidable. This is unavoidable. And we have a timing card. Sometime in the fall. Also, I mean, if it doesn't happen in the fall, it could be like, this could also be like when stuff gets serious, because we got a lot of marriage cards. So you may come into communication and then separate and then come back together. I don't know, because we got them. I feel like something more serious will happen then. But either way, annotate the time, because we don't get a lot of time cards. So when we do get timing cards, it's good to pay attention. All right, you guys. That's what I have for us today. I love you guys. Keep me posted and let me know when there's movement, because I'm excited. I'm excited. There's crazy stuff. And remember, there's crazy movements happening right now. So be safe, stay safe, and I will talk to you guys soon. Okay.